Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Uzma Jafri. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 24th of November. Pakistan forces continue to fire along Indian border. Residents live in terror. Utter negligence by authorities in Gilgit Baltistan surges youth unemployment. And now for all the details. Continued firing and shelling by Pakistan troops targeting Indian border posts and villages has left the residents disgruntled. A report.
Residents at border villages in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province continue to live in a panicky state as firing by Pakistani troops refuses to die down. Pakistani soldiers have been resorting to heavy shelling at Indian targets on a daily basis, making it difficult for the residents to venture out.
स्कूल बंद पड़े हुए हैं इस फायरिंग की वजह से। अब हम जब बॉर्डर के लोगों से बात करते हैं वो भी कहते हैं कि आज 2-3 महीने से रेगुलर हमारे स्कूल बंद पड़े हैं, हमारे बच्चों की पढ़ाई खराब हो चुकी है, हम अपना घर बाहर छोड़कर बाहर बैठे हुए हैं, कैंपों में बैठे हुए हैं। और वो बॉर्डर के लोग भी अब केंद्र सरकार से ये निवेदन कर रहे हैं कि इस पाकिस्तान को मुंह तोड़ जवाब दिया जाए।
जंगल में सर ये उधर से जब मतलब शेलिंग होती है तो उनको शेलिंग से मतलब आग लग जाती है जी।
तो अभी कितने जंगलों में आग लगी हुई है?
सर ये सामने मतलब 2-3 जंगल जो आपको दिखाई दे रहे हैं, जहाँ जहाँ ये गोले पड़ते हैं, जहाँ मतलब ये सूखा हुआ मतलब कोई घास है या कुछ पत्ते हैं तो वहाँ आग तो लग जाती है।
This comes even as 3 Indian soldiers were killed on Tuesday, with the body of one of them mutilated in a cross-border attack. Tension along the border has escalated between India and Pakistan ever since the Indian Army conducted surgical strikes on terror launch pads across the border. Several infiltration bids by Pakistani militants have also been foiled by Indian border guards.
Rising unemployment is leading to frustration and unrest among the youth in Gilgit Baltistan. With no government attention towards the growing problem, locals are left in lurch.
Locals in Gilgit Baltistan tout unemployment as the primary problem in the illegally occupied region. A dwindling economy, rampant poverty and denial of fundamental rights has worsened the situation.
गवर्नमेंट की मर्दमशुमारी के साथ 15-16 लाख की आबादी, 15-16 लाख में आप अगर मेडिकल की 5 सीटें देते हो, इंजीनियर की 5 सीटें देते हो, अब फारिग होने वाले लड़के 400 खड़े हैं।
With the presence of lone Karakoram University in the region, the education infrastructure is not compatible with the demands of the locals. An increase in the crime rate has been registered among the youth who are left frustrated with the absence of jobs.
वही होता है कि बेरोजगार जवान जब पढ़े लिखे लड़कों को कुछ भी ना मिले, ना उनको जॉब मिले, घर जाते माँ बाप परेशान, खुद परेशान, आखिर वो किसी न किसी फरकवारायती तंजीम में घुस जाता है। उसके बाद उसको जो बोलो वो करे, उसको पैसे देते हैं, वो हर कोई कर जाते हैं। तो ये चीज़ें अभी शुरू हुई हैं जब से वहाँ बेरोजगारी हुई है।
Locals allege that enough funds are not allocated by the government for development of the educational infrastructure. Gilgit Baltistan, a part of the erstwhile Jammu and Kashmir province of India, was annexed by Pakistan illegally. People have been waiting for years for a better administration that could work for the region's development, but in vain.
News from Afghanistan. The Taliban militant groups are said to be mulling over resuming peace talks with the Afghan government and foreign stakeholders. Officials of the Taliban's political office in Qatar said that the decision will be taken on a national level, and even Taliban military commander who had not been on board earlier have been taken into confidence. This comes days after Afghan President Ashraf Ghani urged the United Nations Security Council to include a top Taliban leader's name in sanctions list. The deadlock between the Afghan government and Taliban insurgents has not seen a breakthrough despite several efforts by foreign stakeholders. Moving on to news from Bangladesh. Rohingya Muslims continue to flee Myanmar seeking shelter in refugee camps in neighboring Bangladesh after troops stepped up their offensive against Muslim militants in the country. The Bangladesh border troopers are looking out for anyone attempting to make an illegal crossing, and those found are sent back.
Bangladesh's border troopers have sent back 107 more Rohingyas inland and 7 boats on the Naf River in Cox's Bazar on Thursday morning since last night. The Rohingyas who had fled Myanmar over escalating violence in the northwest Rakhine province were already inside Bangladesh through Tongru border point in last night. Armed border guards have been patrolling the Bangladeshi side of the river Naf, looking out for anyone attempting to make an illegal crossing. Several have lost their family members while fleeing. Those who have managed to cross over the past few days have tried to find shelter in refugee camps or the homes of local residents.
So it's up to the government of Bangladesh to put pressure on the government of Myanmar to return the situation to normal so that these Rohingyas who have arrived recently can go back in safety and with dignity. But for now, the only thing that can be done is to assist them and to protect them.
Many in the refugee camp in Teknaf hope to return to Myanmar someday. Myanmar's 1.1 million Rohingya, viewed as illegal immigrants from Bangladesh by many of the country's majority Buddhists, are denied citizenship and face severe restrictions on their travel.
Meanwhile, the tea industry in India has taken a hit after the demonetization move by the government. As Rs 500 and Rs 1000 notes have been rendered illegal tenders, cash crunch has affected the trade.
The Indian government's move to demonetize Rs 500 and Rs 1000 notes has left the tea industry of the country in a lurch. 2 weeks into the demonetization move, the scarcity of cash has brought the market down by 10 to 15%.
Main hamper is, first of all, we are not able to pay our wages to our laborer. For that, the laborers are not working, so our production is hampered. And on the other side, the market is going down. It has already fallen by 10 to 15% because there are no buyer for tea, because there is cash crunch in the market, because the small consumer who buy tea in half kg, 1 kg, 2 kg, they are postponing their consuming item like tea.
India is the world's second largest tea producer after China. The tea industry, which employ as estimated 3.5 million workers, is mostly dependent on cash.
गार्डन में लेबर हो, वेयरहाउस में भी लेबर हो, वो उसको कैश चाहिए. सबका तो बैंक अकाउंट होता नहीं है, तो अभी हम लोगों को बहुत तकलीफ हो रही है कि कैश नहीं होने से लेबर पेमेंट नहीं हो रहा बागानों में.
In a sudden move, the Indian government demonetized the Rs 500 and Rs 1000 note with effect from November 9, with an aim to crack down on shadow economy and terror financing. But the scarcity of cash has affected small-time business, traders and street vendors.
Unique and culturally rich in its own way, Northeast India is a traveller's paradise. Festivals are celebrated round the year with dance and music. Garo tribals in the northeastern Meghalaya province celebrated the Harvest Festival with gusto recently.
Garo tribals of India's northeastern Meghalaya province celebrated the Harvest Festival or the Wangala Festival with much fervour in neighbouring Nagaland province. Wangala Festival marks the end of a period of toil for the farmers, ushering good output from their fields. Dressed in their traditional fineries, farmers of the tribe gathered together to dance in honour of Saljong, the spirit of sun and fertility.
We celebrate this Wangala festival each year to commemorate the post-harvest season, and in this festival we mainly include fun, merriment and joy and we invoke the blessings of the goddess Missy Saljong, who is also the deity of the Garos. He is the sun god, and also he is regarded as the deity of fulfillment and prosperity.
Wangala dance or 100 drum festival is also an intrinsic part of the post-harvest festival of the region. As per tradition, on the first day of the festival, the dancers offer their agriculture produce to the sun god, while on the second day, known as Kakat, it is time for dancing and merriment. While men played the drums during the festival, women performed traditional dance, moving their feet to the rhythmic beatings of the drum.
The Buddhist culture and tradition is best experienced in the form of festivals. The annual festival of Thiksey Monastery in Ladakh region of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province was a colourful sight.
Located around 12 miles from Leh is a hilltop monastery on the road. Around 80 monks live in the Thiksey Monastery. The annual festival held in Thiksey is known as the Guster ritual, is held for 3 days and attracts many worshippers. Morning prayers with synchronized chanting are held at the monastery.
फर्स्ट डे जो है मॉक्स डांस नहीं होते हैं, उस टाइम मॉन्क्स जो है ऐसे टिबेटन कपड़े यानी कि थोड़ा लमांग्स का ड्रेस पहन के यहाँ मॉक्स डांस करते हैं, और उसके बाद 2 दिन जो है यहाँ पूरा परफॉर्मेंस मॉक्स के रूप में परफॉर्मेंस करते हैं.
I'm very pleased to come to Thiksey Monastery to see the festival here today. And I may even come back tomorrow for more. It's fabulous seeing the monks in their beautiful outfits, their costumes, and fascinating to see the dances. I love to hear the music as well, which is really beautiful.
Sacred dances such as the Mass dance or Chham dance are performed as a part of this ritual. The dance is the prime attraction of the festival that draws large number of tourists from across the world. Stories associated with history and legends are reenacted through the dances as part of the festival.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. Pakistan forces continue to fire along Indian border. Residents live in terror. Utter negligence by authorities in Gilgit Baltistan surges youth unemployment. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.